welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Liz, the Flourishing Hippie. Today is the day and we're finally decorating for Christmas, and I could not be more excited. For this year's theme, I'm going with a vintage Dickens / Victorian theme overall, plus incorporating some DIYs along the way. So without further ado, let's jump into this week's video. I started with the star of the Christmas season, the tree. I previously fluffed and lit the tree beforehand, as it takes quite a bit of time. I started by decorating the tree with dried oranges I made 2 years ago, next pairing them with thrifted red beads that could be mistaken for cranberries. Next up was the ornaments, from felt pieces and handmade origami stars to glass ornaments to add extra shine. The finale piece were these faux flickering candles I got on Amazon. I'll link them in the description. They're perfect and really add a cozy vintage feel. Next up was our TV console. I wanted to make it more ornate, but keep a natural look with the garland. I added additional faux greenery, oranges, berries, and pine cones. The console garland wouldn't be complete without our first DIY, hanging bells. I found these lovely bells at Goodwill back in September and knew they would be perfect to repurpose. I removed the old string and added a red velvet ribbon to tie in with the faux berries. I cut the ribbon to varying lengths, then drew them through the bells and hot glued the ends. Once completed, I tied all 3 sets together into a bow with the remaining ribbon and hung them underneath the garland using one of my stocking holders to keep them in place. Finally, finishing off the console with some taper candle holders, faux flickering candles, and our stockings, including Dumbledore's. For my next DIY, I wanted some vintage Christmas paintings, but wanted to keep it budget friendly. I ordered these downloadable prints off Etsy and printed them at Walgreens. Unfortunately, I could only print glossy finish and not matte, so I used Mod Podge in a matte finish and painted on the surface of all 3 prints. I did 3 coats on all prints. Once they were dry, I placed them in these gold picture frames above the glass to avoid any shine, and I absolutely love how these turned out. For my final DIY, I wanted to repurpose this very old wreath I've had for 10 plus years. I removed all the old pieces and fluffed up the wreath. Before adding the same faux greenery we added to the console, I wanted to create some simple hanging bells for the center. This was a bit more tedious than I expected with tying them equally, but I'm happy with how they turned out. Once the greenery and the bells were added, I decided to add ribbon after much debate and decided on these 3 different ribbons I had, and it really turned out so lovely. Now for all the final decorative pieces. For the kitchen, I created a small village in the windowsill, and I paired the windowsill with greenery and lights around the window. I then added one of our DIY paintings, a cute little snowflake cutting board, updated the mug tree with my favorite Christmas mugs, and added a mini tree with a basket and a star to match the one in the living room. For the mini bar, I added these cute mousse shot glasses that replicate National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, some green and clear coupe glasses, a couple glass trees, and a cheerful sign. For the living room, I added some decorative pillows, Wizard's chess set of course, beautiful Christmas themed books, this lovely reindeer candle holder I found at Goodwill for $5, and a mini tray of festive candles. Finishing the side table with these cute snowflake coasters, tree bell also from Goodwill for $5, another candle, and a couple of glittery bottle brush trees. I am in love with how everything turned out, and I think this is the best decorating I've ever done. Even Brandon said it feels like a Christmas card in here, and I'd say that's the highest compliment there is. I hope hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please give it a like, please subscribe down below, and until next time, keep flourishing. Bye guys.